In the Appalachian Mountains, people used to say luck wasn't random. It could follow you. It could live in your pocket, hang over your doorway, or hide in the smallest habits of everyday life. But mountain families also believe something else. Luck could disappear if you ignored the wrong sign. In the Appalachian Mountains, there's a quiet moment before morning when the fog settles deep in the hollows. And that's when old stories feel closest. Stories passed through families. Stories never written down. Stories the mountains have kept for generations. Welcome to where the fog settles. Around the time of St. Patrick's Day, people start talking about shamrocks and lucky charms, four-leaf clovers, rainbows, pots of gold. But in these mountains, luck looks a little different. Here, fortune was always kept close in quieter ways, not with clovers, but with pennies in pockets, horseshoes over doorways, and small rules families followed without question, because in these hills, people paid attention to the signs. And some of those signs were said to reveal something surprising. They could tell you when money was coming. But mountain luck didn't start in Appalachia. It came from somewhere older. Many of the early settlers in Appalachia were Scots-Irish. They brought old beliefs with them, beliefs about luck, about protection, and small charms meant to keep bad luck away. Over time, those beliefs began to mix with native knowledge of the land and with protective customs carried by African families. And here in the mountains, something new slowly took shape. A quiet way of doing things, little habits people kept without always explaining why. Small rules they followed because someone before them said it mattered. And in these hills, when a sign appeared, folks paid attention. But some of the most common mountain beliefs about luck had nothing to do with rituals at all. They were about ordinary objects, things you might carry every single day without realizing what they were meant to do. Some luck was simple. A horseshoe nailed above the door was believed to keep good fortune inside the home, but only if it faced the right way. If the open end pointed upward, the luck stayed in. Turn it downward, and the luck might spill right out into the ground. People also carried small things in their pockets: an acorn for luck, a penny for prosperity, sometimes even a rusty nail for protection. But none of these things looked special. But mountain families believed they mattered. Even small habits could shape fortune, like eating black-eyed peas and greens on New Year's Day. Peas for luck, greens for money, and pork because pigs root forward in the dirt, which means the year would move forward too. But sometimes people believed luck didn't come from what you carried. It came from what your body told you. And the signs were strangely simple. Some mountain families believed money could be predicted by something as small as an itchy palm. If your left hand started itching, someone might say, "Better get ready, money's coming to you." But if your right hand itched instead, well, that meant money was going to be leaving just as quickly. Finding a penny on the ground was another sign, but only if it was lying heads up. If a coin was turned the other way, many people left it exactly where it was, because not every kind of luck was worth picking up. But mountain families weren't only concerned with bringing luck in. They were also careful not to accidentally drive it away. And there were many ways people believed that could happen. If salt was spilled at the table, someone would quickly throw a pinch over their left shoulder, just in case something unseen was standing behind them, waiting to cause trouble. Porches were sometimes painted a pale blue, not for decoration, but because people believed certain shades of blue could confuse wandering spirits and keep them from entering the house. Even wind chimes had a purpose. The sound of the bells moving through the mountain air was believed to drive away anything that shouldn't be lingering nearby. But just as important as bringing luck in was knowing how not to chase it away. Putting a hat on a bed, rocking an empty rocking chair, or walking carelessly over a grave. Some families believed doing laundry on Sunday was dangerous too. They said it could wash a family member away, whether that meant sickness, loss, or death. No one really wanted to find out. Today, many of these beliefs sound like an old superstition, little sayings from another time. But in the mountains, they are something more. They're a way of paying attention to signs, to habits, to the quiet idea that fortune might move through the world in small ways. A penny on the ground, a horseshoe over the door, an acorn in a pocket. None of it guarantees luck, but for generations, people have carried these traditions anyway, just in case. Because in Appalachia, you never ignore a sign that might bring fortune. And sometimes, you never test one that was warned against it either. Until the mountains speak again, walk gently. Listen for what lingers, where the fog settles.